All lies will be exposed.
Cheers, salutations, and happy All Hallows Eve upon you. It's the last day of the harvest, and normally on this day I usually take a day off, but today will be a special day. But Halloween is very important to me, and I love this line here from a very underrated Halloween movie. Enjoy the horror-thon, Doctor, and don't forget to watch the big giveaway afterwards. Why, Cochran? Why? Do I need a reason? Mr. Cuffer was right, you know. I do love a good joke, and this is the best joke ever. A joke on the children. But there's a better reason. You don't really know much about Halloween. You thought no further than the strange custom of having your children wear masks and go out begging for candy. It was the start of the year in our old Celtic lands. We'd be waiting in our houses of wattles and clay, and the barriers would be down, you see, between the real and the unreal, and the dead might be looking in to sit by our fires and turf. Halloween, the festival of Samhain, the last great one took place 3,000 years ago, and the hills ran red with the blood of animals and children. Sacrifices. It was part of our world, our craft. Witchcraft! To us, it was a way of controlling our environment. It's no different now. It's time again. And in the end, we don't decide these things, you know. The planets do. They're in alignment. And it's time again. The world's gonna change tonight, Doctor. I'm glad you'll be able to watch it. And happy Halloween. Today's episode of Hard Lens Media is sponsored by Silver Shamrock. Can't wait. Silver Shamrock. The Silver Shamrock that is just out there ready to give away these awesome, great masks. And look, hey, it's a Hard Lens Media guarantee. Check out Silver Shamrock. There you go. Kit, why are you not in costume? Well, first of all, my mask was very reflective, and it would be a very bright green screen. So there you go. That was from the let's see, that was from the movie Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, which is actually one of my favorites. So there you go. But again, today's episode of Harlan's Media sponsored by Silver Shamrock. Okay, so be sure to check out at the end of the episode. There's going to be a great giveaway on exclusively live on our Kick channel. Okay, so stay tuned and go to Kick, because you'll see it there, okay? I promise you, it'll be a great surprise. I mean, hey, guys, we got a great show. So welcome, everybody, to Hard Lens Media. First of all, hey, listen, guys, it's time for the morning dump. The morning dump where you crap on company time all the time, every time. Nobody clip that. I'm not being evil. What? No. Did kids sell out? No, I did not. Oh, look, Halloween pumpkins, our festival that is. Isn't that cute? Anyways, look, it's a condor. See, there you go. See, now, isn't that cute? Isn't that lovely? Now, look, this is how I roll up on my haters. Once again, and everyone, I demand that you do this too. This is how you roll up on your haters. Like, hey, heard you hating. There you go. Look at that. Roll up on your haters like this all the time. You just do that. And listen, you will not get fired. I promise you. I promise you. Everything will be fine. Okay? There you go. Roll up on your haters like this all the time, every time. When you defeat cancer, roll up on cancer like this. When you walk out standing tall, roll up on the haters like this. Boom, knock it out. Because everyone knows I hate cancer. Everyone knows I hate the haters. So there you go. Look at that. Roll out. Be like this. Like, hey, what's up? There you go. That's what you do. Now listen. This is a funny relationship, but you know what? You do this to me, I will not be responsible for my actions. No.
Hello?
Look out.
What the heck? That's not funny, bro!
Very funny. Very funny indeed. Now, listen, one other thing here, too. Boom. All right, so this is a marriage proposal. The guy goes ahead and proposes to her. So, perfect Halloween. Hey, dress up in costume. Hey, go ahead and do that. There you go. How wonderful it is. How wonderful and magical and mystical it is. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that happy-go-lucky? Why? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't ever do that. And now, folks, welcome to Hard Lens Media. We got ourselves a super show for all of you. Welcome, everybody, one and all. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get to it. Let's get ready now for our first segment of the day on this All Hallows Eve. Let's go, Ghostbusters, shall we? And I think so. Hey. We're going to do this breaking news. All right, people, listen. On yesterday's show, we made some breaking news that there is a clone of Cuomo out there. And I did not know that this gem existed, but I think it's imperative to give a huge shout out to Climate Defiance in the last waning days of the NYC campaign for New York mayor. Listen, I'm not going to tell my friends that do dissidents what to do, but I think you need to get this clone of Cuomo on your show. I reached out. I was hoping to at least maybe have this guest on for Friday. It was too little too late. But Climate Defiance, I invite this Cuomo to be on the show. So you're saying, like, what Cuomo are you talking about? Well, first of all, we all know of this one video, but there's a second video out there where things just get out of control and real ham real quick.
You're making everyone here feel uncomfortable.
I am Cuomo. I know I make people feel uncomfortable. That is my entire brand. He's right. I am Andrew Cuomo.
Okay.
I am the real Andrew Cuomo. And if you are a billionaire, I will support your rights. I will support you. If you are an oil exec, I will support you no matter what. This man is not telling the truth. The press is here for me. They want to hear from me. Andrew Cuomo, please, Fox 5. Fox 5, don't put your hands in my face. I am a mayoral candidate. Although I lost the Democratic primary, I will not take no for an answer. I do not take no for an answer, ever. Not when it is the electorate, not when it is a woman in my office. I don't do that.
The joke is over.
The joke is not over. And listen, look right here. This guy's going to crack. Listen, I know I played this on yesterday's show, but there's a second video where, my God, this is pure gold. I mean, I've never seen anything this hilarious, okay? Sabby Sabs, I hope Roger Meadows sent you this video because there's a second video out there. That's right, Russell, Keaton, Larry, Mike, Jose, Roger, my NYC connections across the political spectrum, man. You got a clone Cuomo running around there, man.
The joke has only begun.
Yeah, okay. Do you see this crowd?
Yes, do you see this crowd? All
And Red Fox Punk says, oh, please play that video too. Well, happy Halloween, buddy, because guess what, my friend? The answer is YES.
15 New Yorkers have come to support me. Wait a
Get over there.
second. Wait,
Cuomo
come
is a
here.
professional at
Come
making
here.
people feel
Come here.
uncomfortable.
Come here. Let me, come on.
Yeah, give me a little kiss.
I'm Italian.
Give me a
Come
little
here.
kiss. Give me a little kiss.
Oh. Scaring children. We're scaring the children.
Yes, look at that. Look at that. There you go. Perfect. 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 Yes. Yes, Climate Defiance. But I'm not done yet. Hold on. Now listen, Fred Edward, Fred Edward, Fred Edward. It's still Halloween, buddy. Get up and go see the White House counselor because we ain't done yet. The next image I'm going to show you is quite scary. Quite scary indeed. Everyone, some might say this is violence. This might even cause some of you to unsubscribe from the channel, but you know what? I don't care. Oh. Oh no. Ah, what's that? That's right, it's Cuomo. And listen, to my viewers and subscribers, twerking will not get us out of this one.
He's there. He's at the front.
Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Yeah!
Oh no. Now, who is this person that the arrow is on? Well, that too is also a Cuomo.
Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo!
That's Cuomo's daughter right there. There she is. She's joining us the chant. Let's go, Cuomo.
Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo!
Come on.
Yeah!
Come on. I better seen this chat for engagement. Let's go, Clono. Let's go, Andrew Clono. Come on. Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat right now. This is Halloween. You better get ready for the festive spirit. After all, this video is also sponsored by Silver Shamrock.
Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Go, Cuomo! Okay, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to help me build my advertisement. Here you go.
That's right, Dr. Nick. ¿Cómo estás, pendejos? ¿Qué pasó, cabrons? Welcome to our Halloween video special. It's Clono. One more time. Let's go. Let's go, Clono. Come on.
Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Yeah! Whoa! Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Let's go, Cuomo! Go, Cuomo! Okay. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to help me build my advertisement. Here you go. Here. Here. Thank you for coming to help me. I will not take no for an answer. I am Andrew Cuomo. I am Andrew Cuomo. No, please, that man is an imposter. Please.
What are you doing? Let go. You're hurting a woman.
What? What? By the way, hold on.
Here. Here. Thank you for coming to help me. I will not take no for an answer. I am Andrew Cuomo. I am Andrew Cuomo. No, please, that man is an imposter.
I believe that guy. That man is trying to stop that imposter. Which one is which?
Please.
What are you doing? Let go. You're hurting a woman.
What? She's grabbing onto the thing. You hurt women when you sexually harass 13 of them.
I am Andrew Cuomo. No, please, that man is an imposter. Please. No, as a show of loyalty to my billionaire donors, I will now eat the shit.
Don't you ever come back here.
Of Rupert Murdoch.
Wait. That's how we know he's the real one. Let him eat the shite.
Let me eat the shit.
Yes, that's him. It's him.
Let me eat the shit of the billionaires. Please.
He let him go. He's like, whoa, is that really Dookie? That's how you know that's a real Cuomo.
Loyalty to my billionaire donors, I will now eat the shit.
Don't you ever come back here.
Of Rupert Murdoch. Let me eat the shit.
Let him.
Let me eat the shit of
Let
the
him.
billionaires.
Let him.
Please. Please. No, I'm doing it. I'm eating the shit. Please. I am Andrew Cuomo. They're here for me. We want a city of billionaires. We want a city for only the billionaires. Do you have the votes for Andrew Cuomo?
Listen, I know that it's going to be an impossible task, but I invite the real Andrew Cuomo, who ate the shite of the billionaires, to be on Hard Lens Media. And I hope to really have a full-on sit-down to really discuss what is going on for this election for NYC. The ball's on. People are saying thank you. No, don't thank me. Thank Climate Defiance. The fact that I found this, okay? And that's why I love my viewers and subscribers. Sometimes I get a little birdie landing on my shoulder, go, hey, Kit, you need to check this out, because now we know. And again, real quick here, because there's a little bit more to the story. There's a lot more to the story. All right. Number one, hey, we're having fun here. It's Halloween, and I could do whatever the hell I want. All right. But this is important for you, my viewing audience. And when I clip this video, I will clip it for tomorrow. But it's important for engagement. You need to comment. Do you think that this is the real Andrew Cuomo by his test of loyalty? If it truly is, type. If you think that that's the real Cuomo, type 1 for yes, no. Type one for no, Kit. That's not the real Cuomo. Shame on you. You should know the difference. Unsubscribe. Type 2. That is the real Cuomo. He passed the test of loyalty.
Please, no, as a show of loyalty to my billionaire donors, I will now eat the shit
Don't you ever come back here.
of Rupert Murdoch. Let me eat the shit. Let me eat the shit of the billionaires. Please. Please. No, I'm doing it. I'm eating the shit. Please. I am Andrew Cuomo. They're here for me. We want a city of billionaires. We want a city for only the billionaires. Do you have the votes for Andrew Cuomo?
I don't know, guys. I wonder how many twos will show up. I wonder. Do you ever wonder? All right, but let's talk about who is Climate Defiance. Well, Climate Defiance, I got to tell you, they've definitely earned my respect. They're an organization. We do not do petitions. We do direct action. We will defeat fossil fuel fascism. We'll defy Trump. Of course, hey, everyone's going to defy Trump. Hey, what else are you going to do? Defy Trump. There is no other choice. So there you go. We played a major role in halting new gas exports equivalent to over 500 coal plants, and that was merely our warm-up. Sign our pledge to take direct action with us. So here's the thing. They got a super group of videos in which they are confronting not only people like Andrew Cuomo, but Pete Buttigieg and other politicians. And I got to tell you, they really stepped up their game. And I would like to invite them to be on our show to discuss their organization, their groups, and yes, a full sit down with the Andrew Cuomo clone, or dare I say it, the real one. We will discuss what's going on here. But also, if you look at the whole situation here, poll shows right now, and look, I have my criticisms of Zoran Mandani. I do. Hey, I'm going to criticize all politicians. Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter. But I want to be very clear on this. Oops, there you go. Hey, having fun with the new buttons here. Right now, Mandani has a 25-point lead over Cuomo, and the GOP, who I don't know why they're not helping out the Republican candidate, but they seem to be fear-mongering that, oh, no, here comes Mandani. Don't worry. I know the Democrat playbook. To people who are, afraid of Mandani, listen, don't worry. The Democrats are going to shake him up in line, and he'll be another neoliberal corporatist Democrat. That's how the game is played, okay? If Mandani even delivers at least 2 of his promises, fine, whatever. But I've been through this before. It's like going to a strip club. Once you've been to one, you've been to them all. No offense, but I mean, come on. When you see one Democrat lawmaker say they're going to do great things, and then it's a fart in the wind, because it's what happens, okay? It's what happens. But right now, there's a lot of fear. Now, I do find it interesting, and perhaps we should look into it more, on how Cuomo was able to run as an independent. Larry Sharp, Jose Vega, I am so sorry, man, because chances are the opportunities that went before Cuomo to run as an independent, Larry and Jose still have a climb on Mount Olympus times 20 just to even secure themselves, because we all know New York State, just like Illinois, is extremely draconian towards third parties and independents. And I got to tell you, folks, as an independent third party supporter, I stand in solidarity with Larry and Jose, and I do wish them all the best. But for some reason right now, Republican House Speaker Mike Johnson on Thursday delivered a frantic warning about progressive New York City mayoral candidate Zoran Mandani, as new polls show him in a big lead over the top of rival Andrew Cuomo. By the way, Cuomo supporters, did you guys really forget his time as governor during COVID in 2020? Did everyone really forget that? I feel like I'm taking crazy pills because I think a lot of people just got stupid, but it's okay. During a news conference at the U.S. Capitol, Johnson attacked Democrat leader Hakeem Jeffries for giving a lukewarm endorsement of Mamdani. So what does that tell you? If the Democrats are giving a lukewarm endorsement to Mamdani, they're not a fan of him. They're not. Everyone calm down. They're gonna knock him in line. I mean, come on. Remember when they used to fearmonger AOC and Bernie? Now look at them. They're good little sheepdogs for the Democrat Party for their Fight the Oligarchy tour. You can't reform something that doesn't want to be reformed.
Amazingly, the media is criticizing Republicans for fixating on Mamdani. I read some of that yesterday. This socialist uprising is something that we have a responsibility to call out and sound the alarms. That's what elected representatives of the people are supposed to do, and we take that responsibility seriously. And obviously, Mamdani is a big issue here in the halls of Congress. Why? Because the second highest ranked Democrat in the country, Leader Jeffries, endorsed him. They're making Mamdani a mainstream Democrat now. And this party has left the people. Of course, the press wants us to ignore Mamdani. Here it's an embarrassment because most of the press is on the side of the Democrats. They don't want us to talk about that, but we have to. Because by endorsing Mamdani, Hakeem Jeffries has endorsed and co-owned his positions, his past statements, his Marxist playbook.
And don't worry, it's all fear-mongering. It's all fear-mongering. That's all it is, and everyone needs to relax. But here's the thing. I never thought I'd see the day where you got Republicans going to bat for Cuomo. But see, that's the thing. To quote the great George Carlin, may his spirit forever guide us. To quote the great George Carlin, someone explained to me, have people forgotten it's one big club and you ain't in it? Has everyone forgotten that? Because I swear, I think people have forgotten just how close and intertwined all these political families are. But don't worry, Climate Defiance actually did something pretty interesting because it's more than just a Cuomo clone, which, by the way, I think is pure gold. No, they even confronted Cuomo himself. Right here.
New York, no one wants you in our state. No one wants you running for office. You are a disgrace to the public office. You are a blight to New York State.
The Department of Education has specifically said you don't have permission to be here. Once again, Cuomo does something without consent. But this time, it's at a school.
Cuomo, I know for a fact that you're going to represent the working class because you take money from the Walmart family, the Murdochs, the CEO of Home Depot. Oh, fighting for us all the time. Ken Griffin, who owns all the penthouses in Manhattan. You represent billionaires and oil interests, and that is it. And you know it, too.
Mr. Cuomo, you want to talk about how you created a fracked gas pipeline in New York City? You want to talk about how you stopped climate legislation in New York City, Mr. Cuomo? You want to talk about the 13th sexual harassment campaign?
Cuomo can't even pretend to care about his constituents after cutting $1 billion in school funding while giving his millionaire friends a tax break.
By the way, this was on a local Fox News channel. These guys did it. So everyone's focusing on the Cuomo clone, which, hey, everyone should. But I got to tell you, the balls on this group, I love them.
You need to rub them the right way after accepting $113,000 from Big Oil.
And all you can do is roll out rapists and pawns and people who take money from fossil fuels while our planet is collapsing.
Homosexual! You can Google it. During COVID, everyone was a homosexual.
Remember, actually, somebody close to me, I'm sorry. Now, look, many of you might say, Kit, did you excommunicate this person? No, because I do love them. I do. Forever in my heart. But they even confessed to me that they themselves was a Cuomo-sexual. It's okay. I think they got some help, but it hurt. It hurt a lot. It hurt a lot. And I do mean a lot.
Homosexual! You can Google it. During COVID, everyone was a homosexual. But if you Google that, Google it as 2 words, not one. Yeah.
Hey, thanks, buddy. So as a final note, look, we got to get very serious here, all right? And I am going to get serious here. Look, this election in NYC is going to be, yes, Fred Edward, a canary in the coal mine. It'll be a sign of how 2026 will play out, and dare I say it, it could set up the standard of what's going to happen here in the windy city of Chicago. Now, Chicago and NYC, two different cities altogether. But Mandani winning the primary set a precedent, and dare I say it, it could set a very interesting precedent for how the next election should play out, especially now that we're in the general election for NYC. And I do wish my colleagues in independent media, especially Larry Sharp, Jose Vega, we got Michael Voss, and of course, Due Dissidents. I'm pretty sure they're going to be keeping all eyes on what's going to be happening in NYC. It's going to be a toe-to-toe slug match, and we will see who will sit upon the throne as mayor of New York City. But people, have they really forgotten about Cuomo and all of his scandals around him? It's amazing how people will forget what happened in 5 years. 2020 wasn't so long ago, yet he had the audacity of thinking about rerunning and going back into office. I mean, one and done. I'm very surprised, New York City, that he is as high as he is in the polls. I mean, I'm impressed, but hey, who am I to talk? Because Chicago politics, hey, we're the world heavyweight champions. But as a final note, I think it's important. I think it's important that you, my audience, weigh in on this. It's important for me and for everyone that's watching, because I think the bigger scandal is this. Was this the real Andrew Cuomo? Is there a bigger scandal here? What's going on? Who is the clone and who is the real one?
That man is an imposter. Please, no, as a show of loyalty to my billionaire donors, I will now eat the shit.
Don't you ever come back here.
Don't you ever come back.
Let me eat the shit. Let me eat the shit of the billionaires. Please. Please. No, I'm doing it. I'm eating the shit. Please. I am Andrew Cuomo. They're here for me. We want a city of billionaires. We want a city for only the billionaires. Do you have the votes for Andrew Cuomo?
Pure gold. Who's the clone and who's the real one? We need to know. And if you have the answer to it, type in the comment section below. There's a bigger mystery here. Like, did I lock the back door to my cloning facility? I mean, oops. All right, folks. All right. Hey, I told you we're having fun. I told you we're having fun today. Everybody have fun tonight. Give me a quarter so I can get drunk tonight. All right. Welcome to the show. Please be sure to remember that today's show is sponsored by Silver Shamrock. Silver Shamrock giving out 3 different masks: a witch mask, a skull mask, and a jack-o'-lantern mask. Be sure to check out the giveaway at the end of the show on the Kick livestream exclusive. Nothing will go wrong. I promise you, it will be a trick and a treat. I mean, hey, Evil Kit did not kill Kit. What do you? Hey, you stop worrying about things. Stop asking questions and subscribe. I mean, let's get started now with our next segment of the day, shall we? Eric Cruz tipped $2, as he should. As AOC says, there's a macro Cuomo and a micro Cuomo. What? Tired of lies. Well, let's just say I am doing my voice acting. I am doing Evil Kit needs Kit. All right. And by the way, once again, be sure to check out Silver Shamrock. But now let's get started with our next segment of the day. Let's go. So in Illinois, a congressional candidate who is running for office is now facing indictment charges. We all know that there are protesters who are standing up against ICE. I agree with everyone's First Amendment, but the Department of Justice indicted congressional candidate Kat Abguzela over ICE protests. So let's go ahead and talk about what is happening here. Let's go ahead and pull this video. Let's go ahead and pull up this article up here for everybody to see firsthand. Oh, by the way, its skeleton is now covered up. So what's happening here? A special federal grand jury has indicted Democrat congressional candidate Kat Abgzela alongside other protesters who allegedly blocked videos outside a federal immigration facility in Broadview, Illinois. We all know that right now Operation Midway Blitz is still going, and there is no Halloween truce right now happening, as Governor J.B. Pritzker has requested the Department of Homeland Security and ICE to halt the raids, at least for this Halloween. I'll be talking about that in a later segment, so be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you're notified when we upload that video, because YouTube is acting weird, and it is acting weird. The indictment, which was filed October 23rd, alleges that Abgzela physically hindered and impeded an agent who was forced to drive at an extremely slow rate of speed to avoid injuring any of the conspirators. Abgzela was charged alongside 5 other people, including 2 other political candidates. She faces 1 count of conspiracy with 1 charge alleging she forcibly impeded, intimidated, and interfered with an officer. The indictment alleges that the group conspired with one another and others known and unknown to prevent by force, intimidation, and threat Agent A United States law enforcement officer, from discharging the duties of his office, and to injure him in his person or property on account of his lawful discharge of the duties of his office and while engaged in the lawful discharge thereof, and to injure his property so as to interrupt, hinder, and impede him in the discharge of his official duties. The defendants were not arrested but were notified of the indictment and will self-surrender next Wednesday, according to a court filing. U.S. District Judge April M. Perry, a Biden appointee, is assigned to the case. So we will see. Now, Kat Abgzela is a social media star and former journalist, is running for congressional Illinois' 9th congressional district, currently held by retiring Democrat Jan Sarowski. She has been vocally critical of the Trump administration's immigration policy. So this is a statement. There's 2 videos here, actually, I want to share with all of you. There's actually 2 videos. One in which she shares her statement. So I want to pull up this video here of her statement.
My name is Kat Abgzela.
I apologize, I got her name wrong.
Running for Congress in the 9th District of Illinois. And the Department of Justice is charging 6 people, including myself, with federal crimes for exercising our First Amendment rights near ICE's Broadview Processing Center. This is a political prosecution and a gross attempt to silence dissent, a right protected under the First Amendment. This case is a major push by the Trump administration to criminalize protest and punish anyone who speaks out against them. That's why.
See, now, absolutely. Get up, go see the White House counselor, okay? Let's get Kit and Kat so they can be Kit Kat. I don't think so. No. Get up, go see the White House counselor. Tell her what you just said. See, I knew it. See, I knew in the back of my head someone was going to say it. I had my money pinned on Bad Cookies, or Dr. Nick, or maybe Mastermind. You surprised me. You surprised me indeed.
I'm going to fight these unjust charges, but I need your help to do it. As I and others have exercised our First Amendment rights, ICE has hit, dragged, thrown, shot with pepper balls, and tear gassed hundreds of protesters, simply because we had the gall to say that masked men coming into our communities, abducting our neighbors, and terrorizing us cannot be our new normal. And because Chicago doesn't back down from bullies in masks who tear gas our neighborhoods, this administration has resorted to weaponizing the federal justice system to scare us into silence. But we're not going to be silent. The Trump administration wants you to be afraid of speaking out against it and its anti-democratic power grabs. And there are plenty of reasons to be afraid right now, but we have to overcome that fear. This case targets our rights to protest, speak freely, and associate with anyone who disagrees with the government. And while we have seen the unhinged and unlawful tactics this administration has used against the American public, it's important to remember they're doing this because they are scared. They are wrong. And they know they are on the...
Now, here's the thing. I have... All right. I understand. I get it. You know, people protesting, upset with ICE. I get it. But I have to repeat myself. I'm sorry. I'm going to do this. I warned that something like this was going to happen. All right. And it was dismissed when I asked whether Chicago had what it takes to be a sanctuary city. When Hardlands Media asked this question, we were laughed at. We were mocked at. We were told that we were racist. We were told that all this stuff. Okay. That there was a plan. Don't worry about it. Oh, how dare you question it? Well, actually, I do have to question it because this city right now is $1.1 billion in the hole. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. My city is severely suffering. We have a lack of leadership. We have a track record of corruption. Nothing I'm saying should surprise anyone. So when you bring in all these people, and again, when the Florida and Texas governors were bringing in all the migrants to these sanctuary cities, not only just Chicago, but the other ones, I mean, now you have the burden of taking care of other people. And as Jamal Green, who was a guest on the show, pointed out when I did a special live stream with Jamal Green and Nick Thompson, hey, this city put all the migrants on the southwest side neighborhoods, predominantly low-income, struggling neighborhoods. This city is already hyper-segregated. It's not just segregated, all right? Step aside, Jim Crow. Chicago is hyper-segregated. It's just not north and south side, but within the north and south sides, too. There was no way that there was not going to be a powder keg situation that was not going to explode. You had people, longtime residents, yelling and causing a ruckus in City Hall, something that's never been seen before. Mayor Brandon Johnson, not Mayor 6.6%, but Mayor 5%. That's his approval rating. It's not an opinion, it's a fact. So all of this here, I get it, the protesting, but the thing is, what I warned about was that there was a very good chance potentially that Trump could get reelected. And guess what? I was right. And you don't hear me saying, ha, ha, ha. No, I'm like, oh, okay, guess what? The city's not ready for it. And Trump's going to bring in ICE. He did it in February earlier this year. What he's doing now is nothing new. There was never a plan. And a lot of people were brought here under the pretense that everything was going to be A-okay, all right, don't worry about it. When I think a lot of people have forgotten the status and the situations for a lot of these shelters. Some of them not humane. And guess what? Jamal Green brought that up. He brought that up. I'm going to bring up the same story again, where a shelter, a migrant shelter, was going to be built on a South Side neighborhood, and the residents were upset for two reasons. Number one, no one told them about that it was going to be constructed there. And number two, they were protesting it because, my God, you don't want people living there. That's a Superfund site. People will get sick. Men, women, children, the young, the old. So I get it. However, Kat didn't do herself any favors because she was on another show and she rage quit. She rage quit. She rage quit. You don't have to believe me.
But it is surreal to be the person on the indictment, especially because my name is really long.
What do you think about those charges, though? They seem really serious.
Yeah,
Conspiracy to impede or injure an ICE officer, assaulting or impeding that officer. Those are pretty big charges.
The charges, I think they're actually like slightly different, but no matter what the charges are in the indictment, I plan on pleading not guilty. And this is a political prosecution, plain and simple. It's an effort to criminalize free speech, an effort to criminalize free association, and an effort to criminalize the very act of protest. And so we're going to be pleading not guilty, and the evidence will come out in court, and I fully plan on winning.
Yeah, just to be clear,
that's not, look. It's not really a sound strategy, especially if you're going to court. See, it's just not. It falls into, that's a no bueno.
The indictment alleges that you and others, quote, surrounded a federal officer's vehicle, banged on its hood and windows, etched pig on the side, and impeded movement. Did you etch the word pig on the side of an officer's car?
I'm not speaking to the specifics of anything that's in the indictment right now, but like I said, I do plan on pleading not guilty, and the evidence will come out in court. And, I plan on winning.
Okay. Well, let's watch the video of what happened that day that they are alleged.
I don't know. Look, I'm just giving an opinion here. She doesn't look too happy about that because, once it's on the social medias, it's there forever.
But when you see that, what do you think right now?
Tara, once again, this is my first time being federally indicted. Like I said,
Yeah.
I plan on pleading not guilty. The evidence will come out in court, and I plan on winning. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
Now, this has never happened to me. This has never happened to me. But I Tara, she handled it well. I don't think she knew that Cat quit. Hey, listen. A true Kit Kat never quits. Never quit. There you go. So look, right after that video's played.
See that. What do you think right now?
Tara, once again, this is my first time being federally indicted. Like I said,
Yeah.
I plan on pleading not guilty. The evidence will come out in court, and I plan on winning. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
You left. Why'd you run? Why'd you run?
Just really quickly, I did want to ask you about just the fact that like conspiracy to impede an officer is up to 6 years in prison, forcibly impeding and intimidating an officer is up to 8 years. Is that like that could actually hinder your ability to serve in Congress? Are you concerned about that?
I wonder did anyone, like, if she's doing it by herself, I understand. See, this is why you have to have a second or third monitor there, just in case. Be like, oh, what? Like, this is how I know this is pure gold, because the reaction is just. I'm sorry. I'm gonna rewind it again. I'm not gonna pause. I'm sorry. Watch again.
But when you see that, what do you think right now?
Tara, once again, this is my first time being federally indicted. Like I said,
Yeah.
I plan on pleading not guilty. The evidence will come out in court, and I plan on winning. Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah. Just really quickly, I did want to ask you about just the fact that like conspiracy to impede an officer is up to 6 years in prison, forcibly impeding and intimidating an officer is up to 8 years. Is that like that could actually hinder your ability to serve in Congress? Are you concerned about that? Did she just sign off? Did she just leave the chat? I'm so confused. I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened. Okay. Well, she left because I asked her questions about what happened that day. All right. Well, I will continue with the conversation on my own, I guess. This is very bizarre. Yeah. So I guess this is, I've never had that happen before. Apologies.
Hey. Listen, it is not a sound stratagem to run away. All right. You got to face it. One step at a time. Look, hey. And I know people have asked me, well, gee, Kit, will you ever run for office? Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you ever put that evil on me. But if you're running as a congressional candidate, you know, look, first of all, I get it. You want to be with the crowd. You want to be with the people. But see, the thing is, emotions run high. And if you think there aren't any consequences or repercussions, because here's the thing, ICE is only getting started here. And everyone's thinking the National Guard will not show up in Chicago. Oh, I can guarantee you this. It's going to happen, all right? War zone Chicago is going to be a thing. And if it's not going to be a war zone in the streets, politically in 2027, it will be cutthroat. It's going to make the midterm election cycle and the previous city election cycles from 2019 and 2023 look like a walk in the park. It is going to be an explosive toe-to-toe slug match. And right now is not the time for gimmicks or, you know, doing a glorified parade. What is happening here in Chicago right now is the failure of the last 8 years. Now, we called it out. We said, hey, is there a plan to take care of the migrants? There was no plan. Hey, breaking news. There was no plan to take care of the migrants. There is no plan to take care of the long-term residents here in Chicago. Chicago is $1.1 billion in the hole. We don't have leadership. Sad history of corruption. ICE is in the city. And of course, there is now the potential, and dare I say it, 50-50 chance of the National Guard coming here. And I think it's going to happen. It will probably happen. It's going to probably happen. Let's be real here. There was a lot of arrogance from the vote blue, no matter who crowd that thought that 2024 was going to go to Biden and then by proxy, Kamala. brilliant job. No one had the foresight to see it. But if you are running for Congress, you don't run, you stand. I know, obviously, look, listen, I don't want anyone to be indicted. I don't want anyone to go to jail. Listen, the whole process is insane enough as it is. Trust me on it, folks. It really is. It's one of those things you just don't want to be part of, but yet here we are, and here we go. So all the best to Kat, but being part of those protests is not a sound strategy. What is the policies? Okay, you got to go out there and be talking about the policies, because as I said before on many other podcasts and shows, especially in 2024, this midterm election cycle that's coming up, with the government shutdown, SNAP benefits being denied, and other benefits being denied, and people struggling to make ends meet, the 2026 midterm election cycle will not be about feelings or social identity. It's going to be about the economy. All right? I'm going to rip that Band-Aid off. Happy Halloween. It's about the money, the dollars, the moolah, the cash. Can people survive? Not about feelings. And when it comes down to it, especially from what we've seen with recent actions in the city, this city is divided. There are people who definitely want Chicago to be a sanctuary city, and then there's another good portion and a half that do not want this to be a sanctuary city. There was no plan. There was no consideration of actions and consequences and how things would play out. But yet here we are, and Chicago will be a war zone. Not in the actual sense, then it will actually be one in the political sense. Things are changing in this city, and what we need now are people who will stand, especially when it comes down to being criticized, but at the same time, too, actually care about the city. Because if action isn't taken, if we don't have real people to step up that love this city, the whole city will be a tomb. And running away is never the answer. But, you know, I'm glad that never happened to me, where a guest just leaves. I'm like, oh, what? Where'd you go? Hello? Hello? Random element, scaredy cat. Whoa. Random. If there are opponents or rivals to Kat's campaign, I better not see this. I better not see this. I better not, where people say the scaredy cat. She ran away. She was a scaredy cat. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? All right, and Fred Edward, okay, Cat repeated, not talking about the vent. What 3 times at least? I would have signed off too. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. But there you go. We'll see how the midterm election cycle play out. We'll see how this indictment plays out too. What a time to be in Chicago. Grab the popcorn. That being said, everyone stop making Kit Kat be a thing, okay? Listen, long before I ever got into YouTube business, you know, I actually had the Tinder app one time. And I actually matched up with a gal named Kat. No, not that cat, but another cat. And, you know, it was like, remember Tinder? You know, I said, hey, how are you? My name's Kit. And she said to me this. I'll never forget it. And this is not an actual voice of her, but this is my impression of it. Yeah, I'm going to unmatch with you because your name's Kit and my name's Kat. And I don't want to be called Kit Kat because it's a candy bar. So I'm going to match you. Bye. Nice talking to you. I'm like, what? That's why you unmatches me? Okay, fine, whatever. It is what it is. Doesn't matter to me. No, that was really what I got. I was like, wait, not because my breath stinks or I farted at an inappropriate time, or maybe I glanced at another lady, just like, because your name's Kit. My name's Kat. I'm like, come on, get over it. Get over it. Get over it. That's right, Dr. Nick. More Kit for us. Absolutely. As you should. By the way, today's episode is sponsored by Silver Shamrock. Stay tuned for the end. Okay. Done laughing now. But now, folks, let's go ahead and move on.org to our next segment of the day. Let's go. Let's go. All right, so Majority Report trying to scare people and saying Democrats must be prepared for Trump's election interference plan to federalize the National Guard for crowd control by April 2026 was confirmed by Pete Hegseth. All right, so I'm not surprised by this. Let's all be afraid of Trump. Let's all be afraid of him. Boogie, 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 boogie. All right, hey. What's going on here, buddy?
It is irrational at this point to not prepare for them to do it. We can't make a prediction on this, but this is one of those situations where it is better to be over-prepared. I don't know if this is true, but I once heard that, the reason why people drown more often than not is that they are too embarrassed to ask for help.
What? Now, if I'm drowning, help, help, help. I can't swim. You just come on. Come on. That's I've never heard. Hey, hold on. Wait, real quick. Audience, democracy in the chat. It is a legit question this time. All right. If that's true, the reason why people drown because they're afraid to ask for help. Type 1 for, actually, Kit, that it's very true. And it's based on this study here. La-di-da-di-da. Okay, whatever. If it is, please cite the study. Okay, real. Type 2, man, no, man. If people drown, people scream help. I wonder how many 1s and 2s, legit this time. 1s and 2s will show up in the chat.
I don't know if this is true, but I once heard that, the reason why people drown more often than not is that they are too embarrassed to ask for help when they're in a situation where they think they're drowning and they wait until it's too late.
Right.
It is a similar dynamic here. It is irrational at this point to not prepare for them to do it. We can't make a prediction on this, but this is one of those situations where
driving me Macy. I'm reading this because this is so beautiful. Emma still hasn't found that conditioner that does her hair right. That's a spicy that is a spicy take right there.
And they wait until it's too late.
Right.
It is a similar dynamic here. It is irrational.
So, okay. Here's the thing. Do I think that Trump is trying to replicate his quote-unquote success in D.C.? Look, Washington, D.C. is a different animal than New York City or Chicago. And obviously, he was able to deploy ICE and the National Guard because that's the capital. And if the capital, Rome, Constantinople, before anybody says, actually, kid, it's Istanbul. In this household, we call it Constantinople. Do not correct me. The capital must always be pristine and looking great, like everything's A-OK, because that is the capital where the emperor, the prime minister, the king, the president sits. Now, this whole talk about the National Guard being deployed, it's not the first time. It's not the first time it's happened. Not the first time. Not the first time. But this fear-mongering of, okay, here comes Trump, here comes Trump. I seem to recall in 2020 when the National Guard was deployed in cities, when the lockdown was precedent, when cities were shut down. I remember in Chicago, the National Guard being deployed. I remember when you had Democrat and, yes, Republican lawmakers in different cities and small towns, going ahead and arresting people for holding events and stuff. I remember in Chicago, we had Lightfoot. Oh, if you were doing a house party, Lightfoot was going to show up in front of your door. And now people are cheering for her because what? She's an ally now? How have you forgotten? But quit with the fear mongering, okay? What is going to happen is going to happen. But the matter is, don't expect a Democrat or Republican lawmaker to save you, because during the 2026 election cycle, the Democrats are going to be asking you for money. They're going to be emailing you, texting you, calling you for money. And for all those suckers that showed up at the No Kings March protest, woo! Chicago strong. 250,000 people showed up to Chicago No Kings March, right? Now, many of you might say, well, gee, kid, that's a large number. In theory, yes, it is. Chicago, let's be clear here. Adult population, maybe 2.1 million people, right? Out of that 250,000, at least statistically, that's like 11% of the population, 11.6, give or take. Of that 250K that showed up, how many of them really are residents within the city of Chicago, especially to make an impact for the city elections of 2027? I'll be generous here and say that's half. Well, what is that, 6 or 5% of the population that showed up at the No Kings March protest? By the way, one of the qualifications to show up in the No Kings March protest, you either had to text or email for confirmation that you were going to show up. So congratulations to the 250K that showed up and all the other people that showed up at the No Kings March protest across the country. You gave Democrats your email and cell phone where they could call you up and ask you, ring, for money. And you know what? I still block these emails and text messages and phone calls. And when the Democrats, and yes, even Republicans, call me up asking me for money, here's what I say.
And here's what I think about it.
That's right. And when I have to be afraid and telling me fear-mongering and everything else and being prepared, well, gee, maybe if the Democrats weren't so piss poor with their primaries, maybe if we were strong, looking at you, Sammy Boy Cedar, for forced to vote, we could have really pressured the Democrats. Maybe there was that opportunity to reform the Democrats. But oh, wait, I'm sorry. Forced to vote, I guess, wasn't a sound strategy, even though the Republicans used it and actually got what they wanted, right? So forced to vote did work. But no, you can't reform something that's corrupt. So this whole idea of that, we need to rally around Democrats and join the resistance after how they treated us the last 8 years, you think I forgot? Here's what I think.
And here's what I think about it.
That's right. And all this fear-mongering about, oh, I got to be afraid. Yeah, I'm tired of being afraid. At this point, the hypocrisy is very clear, because when Biden was doing his stuff, and not to mention under the Biden years, things were pretty bad for independent media, where a lot of it was being censored and suppressed and silenced. You know, I'm supposed to now come crawling back to the abuser who is knocking my teeth out, telling me I can't speak and, oh, I need to be canceled. Here's what I think.
And here's what I think about it.
There you go. And to anyone that thinks about even supporting the Democrats or rallying around them because they think they'll protect you, here's what I'm going to be thinking about you.
I don't know anything about politics. I don't know anything about politics. I don't know anything about politics.
I'm having too much fun with the soundboard, okay? Dana Cooper says, yeah, kid, bringing in treats. Absolutely. Because all this time of being afraid, look, Sam, I get it. I get it. I do. Look. Is there a potential Trump running for a third term? Maybe. It's not the first time we've had somebody run for a third term. It's not the first time. It's not. It's not. And it's not the first time we've seen a politician, run for office multiple times. I mean, Chicago, hey, step aside, NYC. That's right. We're the world heavyweight champion of having politicians run for unlimited term limits, okay? So you know what? I'm not afraid. You got to stand tall.
You were born a man and you will die a man. You were born a man and you will die a man. You were born a man and you will die a man. You were born a man and you will die a man.
And that's how you need to view it. Stop being afraid. But I get it. Let's just listen one more time, because you could tell that this is a desperate attempt of trying to get people to, be afraid? I'm done being afraid.
It is irrational at this point to not prepare for them to do it. We can't make a prediction on this, but this is one of those situations where it is better to be over-prepared.
Hold on. Marco Rodriguez, 250K is a lot of people, kid, even though they didn't have demands. And see, that's how I know it's a weak army. What were your demands for No King's March? What were your demands? Trump bad. Trump bad. Trump bad. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all you got? Trump bad? My feelings hurt? Okay, great. He's probably laughing at you. Trump, he hurt my feelings.
It is irrational at this point to not prepare for them to do it. We can't make a prediction on this, but this is one of those situations where it is better to be over-prepared. I don't know if this is true, but I once heard that, the reason why people drown more often than not is that they are too embarrassed to ask for help when they're in a situation where they think they're drowning, and they wait until it's too late.
Right.
It is a similar dynamic here. It is irrational at this.
Okay, so look. Stop being afraid. Stop being scared. I get it. Everyone's afraid. Everyone's afraid, but here's my counter. All right. This is, I think, a more better tried true message. All right. Support citizen ballot initiatives. And if not, make your state a citizen ballot initiative. Do mutual aid, community aid, help build movements and organizations not connected to the Democrat Party or Republican Party or any groups that are their proxies. Start actually voicing for real change. Have demands and policies you want. Just don't be joining a herd of sheep or a group of lemmings because what? Everyone's going to be joining a glorified Ho-Fest parade. I saw the Labor Day protest. The Labor Day protest. Labor. I saw those Labor Day protests. You know what it is? That was not a peak army in physical fit condition to do anything. You know those chants? If we don't get it, shut it down. We don't get it, shut it down. We don't get it, shut it down. Oh, show me. Right now we have a government shutdown. You know what people want? People want food on their table. They want to be able to pay their bills, okay? All this talk about we don't get it shut down. I've been hearing that for the last 8 years. You ain't shutting down anything. Labor movement, okay? You're not doing it. You're not going to do it. You won't do it. All right, I'm calling you out. You won't do it. And there was a whole big No Kings March protest. Okay, guess what? The day after, Trump was still president and ICE was still conducting raids in Chicago. So, whoop-de-doo, fart in the wind. At the end of the day, here's what it is, okay? That No Kings rated Burger King crowns was a highlight for me. Fred Edward, please tell me you're trolling me. Please, I'm begging you. Because if this is true, if that really did happen, I want to see a video of it or something, please. I hope it's just type no, Kit, relax. I'm just trolling you. If this is, please be trolling me. Please be trolling me. Please be trolling me. All right. But as a final note, as a final note, stand tall. Whatever happens will happen. And we'll face it as a family. But if you think a Democrat lawmaker is going to be like, Superman, I'll save you. Oh, sweet honey child, you need help. Nancy Pelosi ripped on Kit at, hey, I took No King's March as a day off for Hard Lens Media. I'm the Mad King. All right. No one's coming to save us, Kit. Nobody. Yeah, I love nobody. Nobody's great. Nobody's great. All right. But now let's go ahead and move on to, by the way, Jenny Lynn. That's right. Jenny Lynn. We cannot twerk our way out of this one, Jenny. We cannot. By the way, today's episode of Hard Lens Media sponsored by Silver Shamrock. Stay tuned at the end. You're in for a wonderful treat. Why, hello there. But hey, folks, listen. Sit back, relax, because now we got another thing to bring up here. Oh, it's a little fun thing, okay? Just another little thing that's going to make you feel all right. So, Kamala, back in the news again. Whoop-de-frickin-do, right? Whoop-de-do. Kamala, right? All right, well, let's go and talk about it. Kamala, vice president, says she was fascinated by President Trump during his debate with then President Joe Biden. Kamala also went on to say that Trump is incredibly gifted and people shouldn't discount him. Wow. Oh, there's a reason why. There's a reason why she's saying this, right? There's a reason why. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's go, Ghostbusters. Let's talk about it. Kamala, take it away.
The debate that came before with Biden and Trump,
it was so apparently clear
Yeah.
that this was not okay.
Yeah.
And it felt like the whole of the Democratic side of politics was pretending everything was okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of my observation from the UK. I was like, why are they all pretending everything's fine? But this was clearly an individual that was very much struggling with articulation, with ideas.
Yeah.
And in the face of someone like Trump, who, to his credit, is able to pounce on that, to be very quick.
And he interestingly enough, because of course I watched that debate very closely for many, many reasons, including I had 4 interviews right after his debate.
Coordinated interviews. Say what?
Okay.
To speak on behalf of the president during the debate. And what was interesting in that debate was also to watch how it's a very rare circumstance that you see Donald Trump actually moderate. It was fascinating.
How is it fascinating? Like, okay, trying to give him a compliment, but how? Give me a reason why.
Watch how it's a very rare circumstance that you see Donald Trump actually moderate. It was fascinating.
You must have known. You sat there. Well, you were in LA at the time, right?
I was in LA.
This is the infamous interview. This is the infamous debate where Joe Biden is struggling to make coherent sentences, where even Donald Trump is looking kind of at the crowd, at the moderator, at the TV, saying, hey, can you believe it? The Democrats really put this senile old goat who doesn't know how to put his pants on next to me. I mean, Biden was a blah, 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 blah. I mean, that's what happened. I mean, are we all forgetting this? One more time. I'm gonna rewind it. Sorry, but I want to also take a moment. Look at the mugs. I mean, those are very weird silver mugs.
Is able to pounce on that, to be very quick.
And he interestingly enough, because of course I watched that debate very closely for many, many reasons, including I had 4 interviews right after his debate.
Okay.
To speak on behalf of the president during the debate. And what was interesting in that debate was also to watch how it's a very rare circumstance that you see Donald Trump actually moderate. It was fascinating.
You must have known. You sat there. Well, you were in LA at the time, right?
I was in LA at the Fairmont Hotel.
Watching.
And
what was going on?
Taking vigorous notes. I had ordered, like they had a little crudité plate, and I was like, no, this is a pizza night. I ordered pizza for everyone. I had a number of people with me, but I had a tight group of people with me in the room. He called me from debate camp.
Mm-hmm.
The president did, Biden did. And I could tell something was a little off. And I was concerned about, I don't think he wanted to debate, is my point. He didn't want that debate. That's really good.
Trump's
That's really
strategy
good.
is he leads with.
That's exactly right.
He's a master labeler, Sleepy Joe. You can't.
Now, here's the thing. Here's what I find fascinating. They're saying he didn't want to debate. I thought he was rested, ready, sharp. According to Joe Scarborough, this is the best version of Joe Biden ever, period. Red, that's all that matters. Woo! Best Biden ever. Woo! That's right. I'm kicking this dead horse. Does this make me a bad guy? Yes, it does. Kid, be nice. No. No, I will not. In fact, you got Kamala saying this. It means, you know what? No one cares about Biden's legacy.
Notes. I had ordered, like they had a little crudité plate, and I was like, no, this is a pizza night. I ordered pizza for everyone. I had.
By the way, do you think she ordered pizza for everyone? Type 1 for yes, Kit. Kamala Mamala did that. Type 2, no, she didn't. She didn't order no pizza. She didn't order no pizza. What's wrong with you? She did not order no pizza.
A number of people with me, but I had a tight group of people with me in the room. He called me from debate camp.
Mm-hmm.
The president did, Biden did. And I could tell something was a little off.
Really, Kamala? You were able to tell something was off? Last 4 years, I call it off, and guess what? A lot of people in independent media, my channel included, also got hit with suppression and censorship, but it's okay. It's okay. You figured it out that something was off, right? Mm-hmm.
And I was concerned about, I don't think he wanted to debate, is my point. He didn't want that debate. That's really good.
Trump's
That's really
strategy
good.
is he leads with.
That's
and
exactly right.
He's a master labeler, Sleepy Joe. You know, you can't.
Is very gifted. Don't discount the guy in terms of that.
How do you beat someone playing that game?
You have to be relentless.
You're the one to talk how to beat. She didn't do it. How'd you do it? How you defeat somebody like that? Well, I lost. That's what you got to say, Colin. Well, I lost. You lost. You loser. L-O-S-E-R. Loser. Loser. Blah, blah, blah. I mean, come on. Let me just say this. Let me just say this right here, okay? So, Fred Edwards says she noticed something was off. At the Genocidal Joe was at debate camp. Was she too drunk to notice 4 years? Fred, the answer to the question is YES. I mean, come on. Random element. She puts the hot sauce in her vodka. Hot sauce for everybody. Hold on. What else we got here? That guy looks like a Will Smith clone. Barnes, don't be mean. Get up and go see the White House counselor. Go. But she puts the hot sauce on her pizza. Byron, listen, get up and go see the White House counselor. Go. All right. I want everyone to think about what they just said. Everyone think about what you're doing right now for this All Hallows Eve.
On focusing on what's actually happening.
Does that work?
And it means also
Hold on, let me rewind that again.
Joe, you know, you can't.
Is very gifted. Don't discount the guy in terms of that.
How do you beat someone playing that game?
You have to be relentless on focusing on what's actually happening.
Does that work?
And it means also deconstructing so that, I mean, one of the things, for example, that I've been talking about recently is there's a word that applies so well to him in this era, which is a phrase, gaslighting.
You know what I think about it?
And here's what I think about it.
There. That's what I think about it. Because in case people forgot, in case y'all forgot, in case you forgot, but I would never forget. Yes, you did. A lot of people forgot. Hey, look, here's a video of Joe Biden.
National debt. He had the largest national debt any president in a 4-year period, number one. Number two, that $2 trillion tax cut benefited the very wealthy. What I'm going to do is fix the tax system. For example, we have 1,000 trillionaires in America. I mean, billionaires in America. And what's happening? We're in a situation where they have paid 8.2% in taxes. If they just paid 24%, 25%, either one of those numbers, they'd raise $500 billion, I should say, in a 10-year period. We'd be able to wipe out his debt. We'd be able to help make sure that all those things we need to do.
Right there. Look at the face Trump's making. Like, okay, wow, this guy sounded like grandpa at the Thanksgiving table, but he didn't take his medicine.
Child care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look.
Look at Trump. Hey, Trump, you wanted to win. And you're going to win bigly. But at what cost?
Oh,
no!
Thank you, President Trump.
Oh, fuck. Was right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death. And he's destroying Medicare. Because all of these people are coming in. They're putting in.
Oh, God. I forgot how funny this was. I forgot. All right. I forgot. But don't worry. Don't worry, folks. There's a little bit more to this. There's one more. And I got a nice little gem at the end because I think people forgot about how Kamala Mamala was.
care, elder care, making sure that we continue to strengthen our healthcare system, making sure that we're able to make every single solitary person eligible for what I've been able to do with the with the COVID. Excuse me, with dealing with everything we have to do with. Look, if we finally beat Medicare.
Thank you, President Biden. President Trump?
Well, he's right. He did beat Medicare. He beat it to death, and he's destroying Medicare because all of these people are coming in. They're putting them on Medicare. They're putting them on Social Security. They're going to destroy Social Security. This man is going to single-handedly destroy Social Security.
Well, hey, listen, right now, Trump, there's a lot of things that are not working out too well, especially with this economy that's going on, right? So everyone's talking about Joe Biden and of course Kamala trying to prep him up, saying, hey, get ready for this debate, get ready to fight. But guess what? His motivation was not there. He did not have that dog in him. He didn't have that dog in him at all, period.
I'm in the hotel room with Doug, with my husband, and the president calls, and I was told that he wanted to call me so that I'd be ready, and I was so sure it was to buck me up and go get him. And he did say that for the first beat. And then he went on to talk about a group of people in Pennsylvania who were saying bad things about me because they heard I was saying bad things about him. And when I hung up the phone, it was unbelievable. And I was angry and deeply disappointed. It was so unnecessary. There are only two people in the world other than me that has debated this guy, Hillary Clinton and him.
And all three lost. And while, yes, people will say, well, Biden won in 2020. Yeah, but was he at the helm? Was he all there? Not really.
And you know what it's like. It's going into a debate with the stakes being that high and Trump hadn't agreed to another debate. The stakes were so high. So that's an example of what I mean.
You took something from that. You took an underlying message about one's intentions from that, because I would. If someone called me in the lead up to debate prep and said something like that to me, I would assume that they don't want the best for me.
My takeaway is his motivation.
Yeah, see, now these politicians are all going to be lying. Mark my words. The real question to be asking some of these primary candidates who are going to be running the Democrat primary in 2028, did you know that Joe Biden was a senile mess, crapping his pants?
Was all about himself.
That's what I would assume from that.
Yeah.
I would assume that.
Yeah, right. Obviously, right. Yeah. It wasn't about my performance at the debate.
Folks, hey, we're having a fun time tonight. Because you know what? I'm going to end. I am going to end this segment with a final note. All right. End it on a humorous Halloween note. And you know what? I hope that this kid actually goes out on Halloween as Kamala, because, you know, this would be actually funny. Because one more to take away. Yes, we knew the Democrats were covering up Biden's failures. We knew that. They were covering. Even the media was covering it up. Everybody knew that he wasn't going to be ready for that debate. Everybody knew it. But this is from one of our viewers, Ashton Nicole. My friend's granddaughter is going viral for an impression of Kamala Harris. And I got to tell you, while it's from October of last year, it still holds true.
Hey, Jenny, did you do your chores today?
Well, I grew up in a middle-class family. My mom, she was Indian, and I grew up in a middle-class family, and we are proud of our generation, and we all had small little towns, and we all grew up having small shops.
Jenny, did you finish your schoolwork yet?
Well, I grew up in a middle-class family, and we had small businesses. It was great.
Jenny, I thought I told you to take out the dog.
Well, I grew grew up in a middle-class family, and we made collard greens, but they were so popular that we made them in the bathtub. Don't you just love fried chicken?
Spot on impression. Spot on impression for this All Hallows Eve. All right, folks. I got one more segment for all you lovely, beautiful people. One more. I'm gonna save the Chicago ice thing maybe for I don't know, Sunday brunch. I'll save it for Sunday brunch. Because something came before me. And you know something? We here at Hard Lens Media dedicate ourselves to one thing. So let's do this. And this is going to be breaking news, actually. I'm going to treat it like breaking news because we deserve a laugh. So listen up here, everybody. Hard Lens Media, we are an independent media network. And there's one thing we pride ourselves on. When I do this show, you know I'm wearing pants. I'm probably the only YouTuber, and this is why I should probably be getting 1 million subscribers and 1 million views for every channel. Why am I blurring out? Don't be blurring out. Come on. Don't blur out. Hold on. There you go. All right. Back in action again. Live on air. But see, I should, because you should know that, hey, I'm the guy that wears pants. I am the guy that wears pants. I'm the YouTuber that wears pants, okay? But when you show up in a court hearing, this one Detroit police officer did not show up wearing pants. What happened?
All right. Ms. Lee, my understanding, you want to bail yourself to the offer?
Yes.
All right, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Put your hand down. Officer Jackson, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right.
Yo, where's your pants? Officer, where are your pants? Yes, where are they? Yes, I do wear the pants of the family. Anthony Penza, Kit, the pants guy, Cabello, absolutely. But listen, all right? What's going on here? Where are your pants, officer?
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right.
Officer Jackson, you got to ask the camera judge.
You got some pants on, officer?
Look at the officer. Hold on, wait.
You got to ask the camera judge.
You got some pants on?
Pause. Look at his face. We're zooming in. Look at that. Listen. Usually I don't do a live stream on Halloween. Halloween's a very important day to me. But I can promise you this was worth it. And I will clip this video. You will see it on Saturday. Share it far and wide. That's the homework assignment for all you people. Okay? We're going to rewind it again.
Put your hand down. Officer Jackson, good morning to you. Can you put your appearance on the record, please?
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right.
Officer Jackson, you got to ask the camera judge.
You got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the... No, sir.
Officer Jackson, okay.
Put on some damn pants on, officer. So, okay. Funny story. There's probably a lot more to the case, but geez Louise, he probably didn't help himself out there for not wearing pants. All right. I think he realizes, oopsie. hold on. Just one more time. Kid, this is not a serious news story, buddy. What's wrong with you? Listen, the whole world is burning, okay? And an unknown alien object is coming to Earth between November and December. There's a herpes-infested monkey somewhere running around in Mississippi. We got World War III on the horizon. I'm gonna make sure we have a laugh.
Your appearance on the record, please.
Yes, Officer Jackson, badge number 3919, out of the 12th precinct.
All right. Today is-
He got an Oscar camera, Judge.
you got some pants on, officer?
Sir, they're in the. No, sir.
Officer Jackson, okay.
All right. Hey, pants on the ground, pants on the ground. Looking like a fool with your pants on the ground. There you go. Simple as that. All right. As always, let this be a lesson to you. Because whenever that camera is on, you don't want to pull off a Jeffrey Toobin or what that Detroit officer was doing, okay? You always wear pants. Case in point, why I always wear pants when I do my live stream show. So when listen, this is why you should subscribe. Hit the ring bell notification. Share our content on social media. Because when Hardlands Media is live, you know one thing. Kit Cabello, that jolly good fellow, is wearing pants. As he should all the time, every time. Why? Because no judge, no president, no senator, no prime minister, no king, no Pope of Rome, not even Putin or Xi Jinping, you know me, will ever confront me and say, Kit Cabello, are you wearing pants? Where I could do the Uno reverse card, the same knife throw that was shown in Big Trouble in Little China. Are you wearing pants? No, I grab the knife and I say, are you the one wearing pants? And the answer is they'll be shocked. It's a 50-50 flip the coin. So have a very safe, happy Halloween. And be sure to wear your costume, all the attire. And unless you're one of those beautiful ladies wearing these wonderful Halloween costumes, then go ahead. But don't be like that Detroit officer. Wear pants all the time, every time. That being said, folks, today's episode of Hardlands Media was sponsored by Silver Shamrock. So, folks, we got ourselves a fun little Halloween send-off. And I hope all of you are doing well, okay? I'm going to be posting the Kick live stream link there because I got some Silver Shamrock stories for you guys. We got a wonderful Silver Shamrock video for you guys because they sponsored today's episode. And it'll be a wonderful trick and or treat for all of you to enjoy. So go on over, flock on over to see the Silver Shamrock giveaway. And of course, we'll have some special Halloween music. So I'm going to be doing some little end credits here, little fun end credits. Before we sign off, if you're on Rumble or YouTube, fly on over to Kick. Well, we're going to have some fun here. But before we end the day, before we end our live stream, I want everyone to have a very safe, happy Halloween. Take good care of yourselves out there, everybody. Be safe, be merry, take good care of yourselves. And if you want to help out Hardlands Media, please consider checking out our Linktree, Peachtree. Here you go. Our YouTube link, our X link, our Rumble link, our Kick link, Patreon, Substack, Discord, Instagram. By the way, patron supporters tomorrow, exclusively only for patron supporters, a 10 a.m. live stream show just for Patreon supporters because you guys are great. If you want to join our Discord, Substack, Patreon. YouTube is not notifying people when we go live, so please do that. Check out all of our Linktree, Peachtree links. And also, folks, if you want to help us out even further, here's our link to our GoFundMe. Any support and solidarity is greatly appreciated. One day this nightmare will be over, and for that, I'm eternally grateful for all the people who have donated. Much love, peace, and thank you so much for your solidarity and support. So I'm just going to do a quick little countdown. So fly on over to Kick. This live stream will be ending soon. You want to fly on over to Kick. K-I-C-K. Kick. And by the way, much love. So see you guys very soon on Kick.